Strategist. I am so excited about the scope tonight. I'm going to be teaching today very simply how to show up powerfully, I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always stay connected to me at miaredrick.com or on Facebook, Mia Redrick, the mom strategist over there. I am a business coach and I support women with understanding that you can take what you know, your background, your professional skills, your education, your gifts, your talent. You can package your know-how into a product or service that you can support the world with and be compensated exceptionally well doing that. I've supported thousands of women in doing that. My clients create product mostly from what they know, their background, their gifts, their talent, their education, their experience, their intellect, their JDs, their PhDs, their MDs, you name it, all right? Over 100 of my clients have written books that I've supported personally in doing that, and many of them are #1 bestsellers. And except All Abundance with Open Arms. I'm into that, okay? And many of them are #1 Amazon bestsellers. But, more importantly, what my clients understand is that they are product and that they can take what they know how to do and package that and sell their products and services, not only to individuals, but to corporations. They can do all types of license to use agreements, leveraging their content and their intellect. And if you don't know that, then you need to just hang in there and keep watching my scopes, because that's what I teach my clients how to do. So for those of you who are just joining me for the very first time, it's nice to virtually meet you. And for those of you who are returning, I want to welcome you here. I'm so glad that you're here today. I'm going to be teaching very simply today how to show up powerfully. How to show up powerfully. I think sometimes we don't show up as powerfully as we could, and I want to break that down. I've got 10 simple but really great points today that I know is going to support you in moving forward. And before I get started, let me just introduce myself. I got started in my business over 10 years ago. I made the decision to simply go to work as myself. I wanted to combine my background, my gift, my talent, my experience, and motherhood into its own business. I wanted to go to work as myself. And maybe you've said the exact same thing. You're like, look, I'm doing these things professionally, but I just want to figure out how I can do this for me. That was me over 10 years ago. And the very first thing I did was I went to a small business resource center in my town to figure out how could I leverage what I knew and package my gifts, my talent, my intellect in a product or service. And I was told that my idea did not make any sense. And I tell you this because sometimes if you're that person that thinks outside of the box and you're that thought leader, sometimes when you say what it is that you want to do and then no one else is doing it, people aren't necessarily going to know how to support you and help you if it's not conventional, all right? That was what happened to me. I kept looking for someone that could support me, and I ended up deciding to hire a coach. I had never thought about working with a coach before, but that decision changed my entire world. It opened me up to a whole new way to be able to take what I was doing and literally be able to support other people with what I knew how to do, all right? And as a result of that, fast forward, I've had the great privilege to coach thousands of clients, and I've had the great privilege to be signed to an Emmy-nominated, nationally syndicated television show called America Now as the mom strategist on that show. I've had the great privilege to do corporate partnerships with major Fortune 100 and 500 brands as the mom strategist using my products and my services. And that's what I show my clients how to do. And the coolest thing is everything that I teach my clients, I have done personally. I know how to build a brand from scratch, and I know how to go from having no product at all to being able to create product that you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars with. All right. I'm so excited about that. Hey there, darling. Good to see you. All right. But also as a result of growing my business, I will say that one of the most interesting ahas for me came when my husband developed kidney disease, which was over 8 years ago. And at that time, he was doing dialysis, was 15, 18 hours a week. And any of you guys know anything about that therapy, hey there, Dal, that you know how aggressive it is. And I could be there for him. I could be there for my kids when they needed me most. And that impressed upon me so much, because I know that the reason that so many of you, hey Colleen, want to build a business is so that you can be available for your family. And that for me was what happened to me. Had I built my coaching business as a speaker, I would have been on the road. Hi, darling. I would have been on the road, and I would have had to sacrifice income or being there for my husband, but I didn't have to choose, and you don't have to choose either. And my husband got a kidney transplant 3 years ago. He's doing amazing. And so that's been a great blessing to my family. And I will say that one of the greatest benefits to us is that we could hire a private doctor for Patrick so he could get a higher level of care. One of the greatest blessings to me has been that as a result of being an entrepreneur, I've been able to give my kids literally an incredible education. And we've invested over $740,000 in the elementary, middle, and high school. And I know that some of you out there, that's what you want, is to give your kids a great education because you know how important it is. Or maybe it's just that you want to control your time, or maybe you just want to be able to catch your kids' games or drop them off at school and pick them up at the end of the day. You want to be able to do that, right, on your own terms. Or maybe you want to be able to catch their plays and you can't because of your work schedule, right? And so I get that, right? And if that's you, I'm talking directly to you. I get it. I love the freedom and the flexibility that my business has provided. And I love the fact that my kids have never seen mom or dad ever work a job. And they're 19, 16, and 12 years old. And we've been full-time entrepreneurs for 2 decades. My husband and I also own a commercial laundry as well. And so I tell you this because it's totally possible to have a sustainable business. I don't do flash cash. So if that's what you're interested in, you're not going to like my channel. So you probably should turn this channel. But what I am interested in are people who want to build solid businesses and brands from scratch. And if you're looking to leverage what you know and package your gifts and build something that's sustainable, something that means something that holds up the world, then you're going to love what I teach on and what my scopes are about. So that's the ABCs of me. I'm going to get started today. I'm teaching today very simply how to show up powerfully. And in your life, in your business, I'm going to cover pretty much all of those things today. Do me a favor, if you haven't shared yet on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Periscope, please do, all right? Because we know that there are other people out there that they're not showing up powerfully, and that they would benefit from this message. It is going to be a powerful message, so please take a moment and make sure that you are sharing. And thank you for hearting it up. Thank you so much, Adele, for sharing. Thank you for hearting it up because I appreciate that as well. All right, I think I'm pretty close to 6 million hearts. All right, so if you guys are ready, I'm ready. If you're ready, just write simply, I'm ready, Mia, and I'll get started on how to show up powerfully. Now, my inspiration for this scope today, thank you, Colleen, for sharing. My inspiration for this scope today really came from the fact that I realized that a lot of times we think in our worlds, right? Professional worlds. Thank you so much, right? Hey, Kenyatta, I'm glad you're ready. I'm glad you're ready, Colleen. We think that we are already showing up powerfully, and we're not. So today's scope is I did this so that I could get you to see whether or not you are showing up as powerfully as you can. Now, the first thing that I want you to keep in mind, if you are showing up powerfully, the first thing that you need to be doing is you would need to be standing tall as you can, okay? So let me explain. You need to be standing as tall as you can be. And that means that looking at your talents, looking at your gifts, looking at your skills, looking at your experience and your ability, that you're acknowledging all of those things. I'm talking to you, yes. So that doesn't mean that you've decided that in your business that you're going to forget about the 20 years of experience you have, or, you know what I mean, or the breakthroughs that you've created over here, or the budgets that you've saved, or, all of the great things that you've already created out here to get you to where you are today. A lot of times when we become entrepreneurs, right, we forget about the journey that has gotten us to entrepreneurship. And we think that somehow, because we're starting a new business, that we have to kind of divorce the things that have allowed us to stand tall. And that means all of your experience, all of your gifts, all of your talents. It also means that you get to stand on the things that did not work also. Does that make sense? All right. You get to stand on your failures, and what you've learned from them. That's what makes you stand taller, in fact. All right. So the first thing, in order for you to show up powerfully, that I want you to keep in mind is that you need to be standing as tall as you can. And in order to do that, you need to be able to be comfortable with the things that didn't work, that you learned from, the things that you've gone through. And you also need to be able to own the things that you have done that are incredible. And I will tell you what it can look like. Sometimes you may have done this, right? As a entrepreneur, you might be talented, but you kind of are, you know what I mean? You play it down. You play down your strengths. You're afraid to toot your own horn. You know what I mean? You're afraid to play full out because you don't want to come across as braggadocious or like a person that lacks humility. But I will tell you that in order for you to show up powerfully, we actually do need to know what you're great at. And we do need to know that you know what those things are. Does that make sense? All right. Really, really, really important. And one of the most magnetic, one of the most attractive things is being around people who are confident, who know for sure. Okay, who know for sure, okay, and not people who are unsure, unsteady, or who need validation and affirmation around who they are and what their purpose is. Is this making sense? All right. So I just wanted to call that out if maybe you're doing that. Number two, all right. You're going to show up powerfully by associating with people who support your vision. So this is, if you want to show up powerfully, you need to be in association with people that affirm your vision, the things that you see. All right. You need to be in association with people who you get to stand on their shoulders. And when you do, you are standing taller and closer to where you want to be. Right. Your reach grows as a result of that. And I will tell you that goes hand in hand. When I think about every significant growth and stride that's happened for me in my business and in my life, it has been in direct correlation to my association. And I have learned it's something I completely and absolutely value. So I want to talk about that for a minute because so many people don't get this, right? Like, imagine that you have an opportunity to, birds of a feather, that's right, they flock together. Hey there, Deborah, good to see you. So imagine that you have an opportunity to be in association with giants, right? It's amazing people. But you don't even recognize that as something powerful, right? Okay, you don't recognize it. So as a result of it, you know what I mean? You're not networking, you're not collaborating, your mind's not right to take full advantage of where you are and the experiences that are around you. Conversely, imagine if you were showing up powerfully and you knew that your responsibility was to elevate in your association. And in doing that, you understand that part of that opportunity or that access means that you can get your questions answered. Part of that access means that you're going to learn some things different. Part of that access means that things are going to be modeled for you that are going to be completely different than anything you have ever seen before in your world, but that's going to help you to grow. But part of the thing that's really important if you want to show up powerfully is understanding the importance of associating with people who support your vision. All right. People who affirm where you're going, not people who question where you're going, not people who doubt where you're going, not people who are competing with where you're going, people who support your vision. There is a difference. All right. I hope you guys are hearing me on this. I want to break this all the way down. My goal is to support those of you out there who maybe you're not showing up as powerfully as you need to be, because maybe you're with some people who are pulling for you, but they're not pulling for you. Or maybe you're with some people who are not having that big, bold conversation. Or maybe you're with people who they want great things for them and they want smaller things for you. I'm just talking to those of you who need to show up powerfully. And you got to understand it is your responsibility in your business to affirm those things for yourself. Number three. All right. Today we're talking about showing up powerfully is that you have to have a thirst for working on yourself. Now, listen, if your goal is to show up powerfully, you have to have a true thirst. Okay. Thirst. Okay. For working on yourself, for making yourself better. All right. And that's not a conditional thing. It's not like when I feel like it or next week I'll get to it. It means that it is top of mind. For those of you who are interested in showing up powerfully, I want you to understand that you're thirsty, right? You're like thirsty. When I tell you that When I get up every single day, I'm thinking about what can I do to make me better? Okay, what can I do to move me closer to my goal? You know, what kind of investments will really support and affirm the success I want? And that's my first priority. Nothing else, nothing less than that. All right. And now for those of you who are negotiating with your success or with the change that you want and you deserve, I'm just asking you, are you really and truly trying to show it powerfully? Because part of the formula, in my opinion, for showing it powerfully is understanding that you have a thirst for working on yourself, for being better. You'll find that you're always reading a book. You'll find that you're always networking at a high level. You're always investing in things that will support and affirm where you want to be and to grow. And if you're that person when you're like, I wanted to buy this thing for $5,000, but you bought the thing for $500, you're not thinking right. I can tell you 100%. If you're that person that you're like, I deserve the best, this is the best, and you make that investment and that sacrifice because you understand and acknowledge that about yourself. You got to understand that to show up powerfully, sometimes you're going to be making investments at a level that scare you. You're going to be making investments at a level that you can't walk away from. You're going to be making investments that are going to hold you 100% accountable to yourself and your dream in a different way, because so many people, the vast majority of people, quite frankly, I would say 90% of people make investments that they can walk away from. And the reason that they don't get to show up powerfully is because they never intended to do that. If you make an investment at a high level in yourself that you can't walk away from, you are going to change. You're going to show up differently. If you are making bold requests of yourself, okay, and part of that is saying, I have got to grow and I've got to learn, and that's part of who I am. And that's part of your system for being better. You might have a 5-year plan. If your 5-year plan and you don't have personal development a part of that plan, then you're going to be in the exact same place. I will tell you this. I'm breaking this down. There are no hearts, but it's okay. It's the truth. Number four. All right. Today we're talking about how to show up powerfully is that when you are looking to show up powerfully, you sit on the front row, okay? I'm just telling you what it looks like. I'm going to break this all the way down. Now, for those of you that sitting on the front row is optional, right, that I'm just telling you that you're not showing up powerfully, because the thing is, when people are looking to show up powerfully, they want it all. They want to get it all right? And they don't want to be in the back. Okay, they don't want to be late. They don't want to miss it. You know what I mean? They know. All right. And they proactively know because their goal is to show up powerfully. I know this to be true. I'm one of those. I'm a front row person. Okay. The fact of the matter, on my coaching calls, I'm always there. I'm there early. I'm there on time because I want to get it all. Okay. If I've got an opportunity to record, I'm going to record. I'm all in. And this is my question to you. If your goal is to show up powerfully, why would you make investments in something and not sit on the front row? Why would that not be your dominant intention? Why would you not get there early? Why would you not be staying late? Why would you not get every single thing that you deserved and that you invested in? You guys know what I'm talking about. There's so many people who do make investments and they're perfectly fine with second best, like they are. Why? Because they are not trying to show it powerfully, because that habit of complacency, that habit of, well, it's okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll take second best, right? It's a mindset thing. But what I'm talking to those of you who are thirsty. I'm talking to those of you who are like, not me. Okay. Not me. You know what I mean? Like, I've got to be on that front row. And I know that being on that front row means that I get to see it all. I get to ask it all. I get to learn it all. This is for those of you who are like, I've got to see behind the curtain. I am an extra mile. I'm completely this way. I am like completely this way. All right. And I think I shared a story with some of you guys. I went to one of my coach's events recently. It was, in the last year. I went to her event and she said that it was lunch. It was a break, coffee break. And so she said coffee break time and whatever it was. And every single person got up to go to have coffee. And I was like, and to go to the bathroom. I was like, I don't have to go to the bathroom. I want to see what happens during the break. And she actually reworked her offer during the break. And so I was able to watch that whole process. See, I come to an experience to learn about how to host an event. Okay. I don't come to an experience to drink coffee. So many people are so, you know what I mean? They don't get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want the primary experience. Why? Because I want to learn it all. Because I that's what I came for. And you have to ask yourself that. Number 5. Okay. All right. If you are going to show up powerfully, you got to arrive early. You got to stay late. And if you're one of those people that you see, you know what I mean? If you're one of those people and you're like, oh, I had to sleep in, you know, it's like, really? You had to sleep in? You came to get what you needed and you were tired? You came to get what you needed and you were tired? Oh, okay. No. Oh, you had to stay late. Oh, but you wanted to get early sleep for the next day. You serious? Like, imagine having the opportunity to learn whatever it is that you want to learn and you're too tired to learn it. That's a mindset problem. I'm just breaking it down. We're talking today about showing up powerfully. And I'm just breaking this all the way down for those of you who maybe you've done this, or maybe maybe in some way you're like, I do these things, check. I do these things because I'm one of those people that I come early and I stay late. And the reality is the reason that I do it is because I'm always working on me. I'm only going to put myself in environments so that I can grow. And I can nap anytime I want to. I didn't come to any experience, any event so that I can go to sleep. I came to learn, right? What about you? Or my coaching programs. I show up early. I stay till the end of the call. I don't know what I might learn. I was on a coaching call with my client, my coach yesterday. I don't know what I'm going. I'm not getting off the phone until she stops saying till the line dies. I'm on there till the end. I want to hear it all. Right? That's what I paid for, is to learn it all. I didn't come on to learn the first 20 minutes. And this is a mindset thing. And I hope this is supporting some of you guys that maybe you are out there making investments and things, but you're not showing up 100%. You're too tired. You're too sleepy. You're too exhausted. And you got to understand that you got to understand that at some point you've got to be disciplined. You got to discipline yourself to show up in the ways that you want to, powerfully, to learn the things that you want to know. It's just true. All right. I hope this is supporting somebody out there. All right. If you haven't shared yet on Twitter, on Facebook, and of course on Periscope, please do. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com. All right. Today I'm talking about how to show up powerfully, and I'm breaking this all the way down. All right. Number 6. You're always looking for a solution. So if you are showing up powerfully, you're looking for a solution. Like, you are the solution. That's how you see yourself. Like, and I can always tell when I'm among people who are showing up powerfully because they have an elevated way that they show up in any experience, in any situation, right? So for me, it's like, I'm always looking for that because it shows leadership. Powerfully means that your attitude is extraordinary. It doesn't take anything extra to have a bad attitude. It doesn't take anything extra to have a low vibration. It doesn't take any extra energy to assume the worst. That's commonplace. What we're talking today is about showing up powerfully, investing in your mindset so much that you can take a situation that is an average situation, an okay situation, and you can have elevated thoughts around what it is. Like, literally, right? So let me tell you what that could look like. That might be you're waiting in a line, right? You're waiting in a line. You've been in a line with people, and some people just complain about every single thing that's going on. But if you show up powerfully for yourself, you're thinking in this moment you might be able to check your phone and maybe, you know what I mean, connect with someone or book a call, or you make the most of what is going on. And I'm just talking about, if you're going to show up powerfully, you're that person that's always looking for a solution. That whatever's going on, no matter if it's good or bad, it's going to be good for you. That's powerful. That's a decision. That's a mindset thing. And that means that, there are people that say to me sometimes, like, you're always positive. I don't know that I'm always positive, but I know this, that there are not a lot of external factors that are going to change my inner game. That I am going to filter for myself what's happening in my world. Hey, Carmela, I'm going to filter that. All right. And to me, that's a powerful choice. It's something that's available to every single one of us. We get to choose if what we see is something that's high or low. All right. And, life and death is in the power of the tongue. And so many people don't get this. Hi, darling. So many people don't get this. They operate from a low vibration. The things that they choose, they pick for themselves is not the thing that you want. You're choosing second best. Why? Because of how you think. I'm just talking to you about it. Number 6 is you're looking for a solution. Number 7. All right. If you're showing up powerfully, you hunger to be around like-minded people. So if you are showing up powerfully, you can't even tolerate it doesn't fit you to be around people who are not like-minded. It's like you're like, what are we talking about? Why are we talking about, you know what I mean, the pop culture? Exactly. You are interested in having that. Yeah, all right. You're making that shift, right? You're interested in having not a 4-figure conversation. You're not interested in having a 5-figure conversation. You're interested in having that 6-figure, that 7-figure, that 8-figure, that 9-figure, that 10-figure. You are looking to have those types of conversations. You are, and this is what gets you pumped in your world. Learning, being in the company with people who literally have a hunger to be around people who are elevated. And if you're not day to day having a conversation, talking about things that are elevated in that way, I will tell you it's not powerful for sure. I laugh all the time. One of my girlfriends, we talk all the time. And we're always talking about, selling something. So we're talking about selling things, and the things we're talking about selling, it's like we laugh about it. It's commonplace for us, but we're talking about selling things $40,000, $50,000 things, $30,000. Like we're talking about, like people talk about, a $100 bill, or I guess $10 or something like that. But it's a mindset thing. Like you crave to be around people who have those kind of conversations. That allows you to show up powerful. And I will tell you powerfully, and I will tell you the magic in that. When you're having those kind of conversations over and over and over again, and that becomes your dominant association, that's the only thing you begin to understand. That's the only thing that becomes attracted to you. And those things become easy and a lot easier, right? You missed some good stuff, right? It becomes easier for you to attract the things that you want. I'm telling you. Now, I know it probably sounds like hocus pocus, and it probably sounds like, you know what I mean, like woo-woo kind of thing. But I will tell you, there's something that happens as a result of being around people that have an elevated conversations, that you grow in your mentality, but you also grow in terms of what you're attracted to and what is attracted to you. That's why that's really important. So today we're talking about how to show up powerfully, and simply you have a hunger to be around people that you can learn from. All right. Number 8. Okay. If you are showing up powerfully, then you invest high. All right. I'm telling you, you're a high investor. And what do I mean by that? And that might be for some of you guys are like, okay, you're trying to sell me something. I'm not trying to sell you anything. What I'm trying to do is teach you. What I'm telling you is that when you understand that you are your number one asset, second best won't do. The fact of the matter is, when I'm investing, I invest at a high level. I'm investing for someone to show me how to do something I don't know how to do. I'm investing to stand on somebody's shoulders so that they can make my journey shorter, quicker, faster. I'm investing so I can understand the mentality of who I need to grow into to realize the dreams that I want. And I understand that as a result of investing high, that means that every single thing that I want comes quicker, faster, sooner because of my investments. It's just flat true. All right. I've never seen somebody that has invested something for $47 or $97 or $5.97 or, you know what I mean? And as a result of that, you've been able to realize these ginormous heights in your world. Doesn't happen. All right. There's something magical. All right. My sales coach has sold over $50 million. This is like not even like a hype thing. Over $50 million, okay, in sales, in her sales career. There is something amazing about learning from someone that sells like crazy. Okay, like literally. Okay. And I am willing to invest high to learn from someone that had made $50 million in sales. Because my logic is, well, if she's made $50 million in sales, clearly she can teach me to make millions. Like clearly, right? Because she's done that for herself. And it's amazing, right? It's like it lights the path. And I will tell you, if you're that person and that every time you go to make an investment in yourself, you got to check the price. You know what I'm saying? You're not playing powerfully, right? Your dream is on discount. And I'm not saying that with any disrespect at all, but I will tell you this: showing up powerfully means you make the investments in the things that you need in order to get to where you want to be. And that means that you will do the work, okay? And that means that you only want the best because you are the best. And you have an understanding about that. You understand that about yourself and you want that for yourself. I'm breaking this down. There are no hearts. It's okay. I get it. All right. Number 9. All right. Showing up powerfully also means that you implement. That means that you're not that person. You've got all these great things around you. You got all the books. You got all the audios. You got all the coaching. You got all the mentorship. You got the network. You got the Rolodex. You've got the email. You've got the connections, but you don't implement. And showing up powerfully, implementation is a partner in your success. And if you are not that person that's showing up by implementing, that's not powerful. Nothing powerful about that. You're going to be standing in the exact same place with all those things that are around you. And I will tell you, I see it all the time. People have access to all kinds of great things, but they just sit on them, right? Because they don't implement. All right. And that's just not a powerful choice. Nothing can change in your world without implementation. Nothing. Okay. Trust me on this one. Not one thing. Okay. Is not going to change. If you don't implement, if you don't do the things that you are learning that you know to do, nothing in your world will look different tomorrow. It doesn't matter that you name drop who you're working with. It doesn't matter what conference you went to and so great people were on the stage. If you don't do anything with what you're learning, so what? It's nothing. Okay, conversely, if you do, all right, implementation is a game changer. And people who win at a high level implement more than people who don't. Okay, they risk failure. That's the fact of the matter. They don't take it personally. Failure is a part of the success journey. You just got to understand that. I hope this is supporting you guys. Thank you so much for sharing. As soon as you popped on, I appreciate it. All right, number 10. All right, if you are showing up powerfully, you talk big. You do. And, you talk big. You talk about stuff that's not there. You talk about where you're going to be. You talk about when you're going to be there. You talk about why you got to be there. And I will tell you that's powerful. And people are very, very, very attracted to people who operate that way, who talk big. All right. They've got big, bold visions for their lives, and they aren't afraid of those visions. They're not afraid to say what they want to do. They're not worried that anybody's going to say, how are you going to do that? Or really you? Okay. And we're talking about showing up powerfully. We're saying you're not hiding anymore behind, I'm not going to mention this. You know what I'm saying? I'm the mom strategist, but I don't want you guys to know I'm the mom strategist and I want the world to know. Okay. 100%. All right. And that when you start to make those bold claims of yourself and about yourself, then you grow into that person to live up to those things. That's the coolest part about making that. That's why it is powerful. There's something amazing about, you know what I mean, stating it, like saying what your mission is, being bold about it, saying it loud, and being very clear about it. Because as a result of it, what happens is that other people hear it, and then you have to step into it. You already put it out there. All right. And that's really, really powerful for those of you who have been playing maybe small, like with a whisper. You're like, I'll do it first and then I'll announce it to everybody. You know what I mean? I'm going to do it. Like, it doesn't work like that. You just kind of got to say what you're going to do. And then like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I said this. Then you got to go do it. All right. There's something powerful energetically about it. And you will go and do it because you said it. All right. Because you made this promise, you made this declaration to other people. And no, it's not about the other people. I think it's about alignment. It's about aligning your purpose with your words. So how can you have a vision and a calling that's on your life that you're afraid to speak? Okay. How can you have a vision and calling on your life that you're afraid to stand on and in? Okay? So the fact of the matter, one of the most powerful things ever, if you truly believe it, you should be able to say it. All right? Like literally. All right? You should be able to claim it. And if you clearly see it in your mind's eye and you see that you are meant for this thing, this dream, this purpose, this passion, this God-given talent and gift, then why would you not want to shout it to the world? I'm just saying. And I'm not talking about your trade secrets. Nope, not talking about that. But I'm talking about saying, laying claim. I was telling people I'm the mom strategist. Nobody knew what it was. They were looking at me side-eye, blank stare, cross-eyed, like literally pausing, you know what I'm saying? Like tapping the watch. All right, you know what I mean? And I was like, I'm not listening. You know what I mean? I'm not listening. Okay, I'm the mom strategist, all right? I don't have to prove it to you, but what I want you to understand is that's who I am. All right. And this is what I do. And, and today that's exactly what I do. And that's the brand that I have created. And that brand has had some incredible legs. And I'm just telling you that everything that I share with you is just based on what I know to be true. And today we're talking about how to show up powerfully. And I hope that these things have supported you. I've covered 10 things today. The first way to show up powerfully is number one, you got to stand as tall as you can. That means don't shrink in your shine. That means stand tall. Number two, you need to associate with people who support your vision, people who affirm your vision. And anyone that's counter to your vision, they got to go. They get third row. They get, they get the balcony, but they cannot be on your front row. All right. You need to be around people that support your vision. You need to have a team that supports your vision. Very, very important. Number three, you need to have a thirst for working on yourself, making yourself better. All right. And that means that you don't know everything there is to know, and you're never going to know. You're going to have to work on growing. You're going to have a love for that, a thirst for being the best you. All right. And I will tell you, really, really important to show up powerfully. Number four, you have to be that kind of person that's a front row person. You're a front row person. You're a VIP person. You're the person that's like, I get the best. I will do whatever I need to do to get the best for me. All right. And I'm just that way in any of my programs. That's what I want the best. I want to work with the best. I'm going to work with the best. I'm going to learn from the best. Number five, you arrive early and you stay late. Really important. All right. You got so much time to sleep. So if people are too tired to, go all in on that dream, are you serious? Can you imagine investing in coaching and you fall asleep for your coaching call? Like, what? Like, seriously? You fell asleep? Right? So you want to change your situation, but you aren't motivated enough to change your situation. Think about it. Hey, Victoria. Number 6, you look for the solution. All right. You're always looking for the solution. You're not looking for the problem. You got to understand. Hey there, darling. Thank you so much. You got to understand that that's the difference, right? People who show up powerfully are always problem solving, always solution oriented people, always looking for the good, the highest good in any situation. And I will say conversely, people who lack power, it doesn't take any power to think bad things, to say bad things, right? Doesn't to promote gloom and doom, right? To tear down. Doesn't take anything great to do that, right? But it takes stamina, right? Right. It takes stamina to focus on the solution. All right. I'm breaking this down. Number 7. All right. You have to be with like-minded people. If you are looking to show up powerfully, you have to be around people who are like-minded. Anything other than that will not do. All right. And that means that, it bores you, right? It's just not enough. It doesn't elevate you. And this is one of those things, because I'm one of those people that every year I do an event for moms. I put together a retreat for moms, and I love it, right? The association is really, really, just top-notch association for women who are looking to elevate their game. Simple as that. And they have a hunger to be together. It's just amazing. And as a result, they build lifelong friendships and networking and collaborations, and they become business partners, and they collab on speaking engagements, all kinds of things. All right. I'm just saying that they have a hunger to be around like-minded people. It's something amazing to be around people that get where you are. All right. Number 8. Okay. You invest in the high. That means that you are a person that you invest in what you need, period. You don't, you're not the negotiator around the things you need. You invest in the things you need, and you understand the importance of that. And that as a result of that, and you also understand you deserve that. And because you do. Number 9, you implement. All right. So if we're talking about showing up powerfully, there's no way you're going to create a change in your world if you don't implement, and you don't want to be one of those people out there in the world. You have got access to great things, great tools, resources, information, whatever it is, right? But because you don't implement, you don't get to realize the success that you deserve, right? And I mean, I think this is important to think about. All right, for so many of us, right? Think about it for yourself, right? Is that what's happening with you? Number 10, you've got to talk big. If you're that person that you want to show powerfully, you got to be a big talker. And that means that you have to be comfortable sharing what you do, who you are, what you are about. You can't have this big, bold, bodacious dream that God put inside your heart and you're afraid to tell the world, right? Faith and fear don't exist at the same time. You either believe it or you don't believe it. My question is, are you showing up like you believe it? Right? I want to break that down for those of you who've had this big bodacious dream and you figure that one day you're just going to creep up and tell everybody. And one of the reasons that you're not doing this because you haven't told anybody. There's something really amazing about laying your claim, about stating that bold vision. I'm not talking about telling your trade secrets. I'm talking about, guys, I'm a mom coach, right? I'm a mom coach. People are like, what is that? And you know what? Because I told people I am that. And they call me that. All right. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope that this has supported you in moving forward, or at least, in your mindset, understanding, like, did you do some of these things? So I want to open the floor really quickly and see if there are any ahas or any takeaways as a result of you being here today. Thank you so much. If there are any ahas or takeaways as a result of you guys being here today, if you could just write them here. I do want to invite you to my retreat November 10th through 12th in Baltimore, Maryland. So excited. You guys have got plenty of time to come. And this is our 5th year hosting the retreat. I'm having a great time planning it. It's going to be an amazing event. We have Jen Grover, an incredible entrepreneur who literally took her ideas and developed a bag called the Butler Bag and got a contract with QVC, Home Shopping Network, and took this and tons of national retailers and became an 8-figure entrepreneur. And we're going to be talking to Jen specifically about her mindset. How do you take something you see in your mind's eye, have the guts to go after it, and then grow it to an 8-figure business? Don't you want to know? Don't you want to know? Also, my attorneys are going to come in and they're going to talk to you about how to protect your IP, your intellectual property. This is going to be great for any of my brands out there. Anyone that has a copyright or trademark, anyone that's looking to do license use agreements, anyone that's looking to pitch to corporations. We're going to talk about how to protect your brand assets. And this should be the case for all of you guys in business because we all have brand assets, all right? And I'm also going to be teaching you guys how to leverage and package what you know how to do so that you can build the kind of business that you want that creates time freedom using your intellect, right? And if that gets you stoked, you need to be in the room, all right? Because I'm going to be breaking that all the way down. And also, thank you so much. And also, one of my clients is going to share her story, Tawana Brown Smith. She's a travel writer and consultant. And she built her business from literally $0 to doing $5,000 half-hour keynotes in the travel industry. And she's going to share with you how she did do that. So $5,000 for half an hour, that's $10,000 for an hour, okay? And she's going to show you how she was able to build this brand from scratch and how she was able to do it with a critically ill son. Her son had developed leukemia while she was growing her business. And despite that, she continued to move forward in her business, and he is in remission and doing amazing. However, her story is going to be very compelling. And I'm also going to have my makeup artist teach you guys on what do you need to do for live stream? Like, what kind of makeup essentials do you need to use this live stream platform? Because, you know what I mean? We repurpose these videos, and that's so important. This weekend's going to be phenomenal. There are 2 ticket levels. There's a standard ticket that's $550 and a VIP ticket that's $1250. That includes all of your meals and then some private sessions as well. So I am encouraging you guys just to visit timeformom-meretreat.com or you can go to bit.ly retreat for giants, bit.ly/retreat for giants. I say giants because my events are for you if you are a thought leader, if you are at go, if you are an action taker, if you're an implementer, if you have a bold vision for your life and you're ready to get it done. If you believe in self-investment, my events are for you, period. All right. My events are not for you if you don't believe in investing in yourself. It's not. All right. And if you're not ready to get it done in 2018 and go big, then it's not for you. All right. But I will tell you the association is going to be phenomenal. So if it sounds like something that you want to check out, go to bit.ly/retreat for giants. All right. Are there any questions or comments for me right now? Any questions or comments about the scope? I'm happy to answer any. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com or on Facebook, Mia Redrick, the mom strategist. I'll talk to you soon. Okay. I love you guys. Bye.